I want to thank you very much for taking the time to participate in this event today. We truly appreciate your engagement, your support, and your participation. I'm Jerri Johnson, and I am the board president of Susan G. Komen in Los Angeles County, but it's also been 15 years since my initial diagnosis with stage 4 inflammatory breast cancer, and I am a metastatic survivor as well. I live every day with the ongoing impact of this disease. And it's not just an impact on me, but it's the impact on my family and my friends and my life plans. And to Polly's point earlier as well, it has been a wonderful life. No complaints. The last 14 years have been fantastic, and I expect many, many, many more. My relationship with Komen actually originated because of my diagnosis. I have no family history of breast cancer. We didn't even know what it was. We're kind of a cardiac group, not really a cancer-y group. So I know a lot about CoQ10 and cardiac kind of stuff. Not a lot about breast cancer. But Komen-funded research and the chemotherapy cocktail that I took when I first was diagnosed with breast cancer stopped it enough that it allowed us time, and how valuable in this room we all know time is. Allowed us the time to work diligently on all the other pieces of this. And so the reason I remain engaged with Komen, or got engaged with Komen, was because of that first effect. I asked my oncologist, what turned this for me, and she said it was this research that I found from Komen. I had no idea who these people were, and so I felt this pay forward notion, right? Someone does something grateful for you or something for you that saves your life. You're very grateful for that. But the reason I remain engaged today is something well beyond that initial pay it forward notion or that gratefulness. This is, to Polly's point earlier, a community of people that have provided support for me throughout my survivorship experience. In my breast cancer journey, I've been in active treatment. I've had periods of no treatment. I've had periods of extreme anxiety, stress, depression. I weathered personal issues, treatment after effects, significant impacts to a very successful career, and I lost a child in this journey. And this journey, though, doesn't end, and it will not end until the day I leave this earth. And I do consider myself a survivor. And I know that's a really loaded term, and I know that this has caused a lot of controversy. But it's just a word. So what I'd like to actually do is propose a notion today, and I think this is the right group to do this with. I'd like to redefine what survivor means. Instead of using survivor as some sort of end state, or some sort of exclusionary term, why can't survivor mean a starting point? This is the starting point of our breast cancer journey together. Regardless of whether you're metastatic and living with this every day, you were 30 years old when you were diagnosed, or you're 60 years old with grandchildren, whether this is your first recurrence or you're metastatic, or you've never had metastatic disease, you have a journey with breast cancer. So let's try and rethink about this notion of survivor and include all of the people that have been impacted by breast cancer. I think the other thing we get into is talking a lot about staging and so forth. Regardless of what your stage is, that same fear and anxiety, I have friends who were stage 1 diagnosed that every year when they go in for their mammogram have the same level of stress that I have when I go in for an annual test. It's no different, and I think that is the common bond that we share in this breast cancer community. Okay, sorry, I lost my notes here. My eyes are a little bit damp from the earlier conversation, so thank you, Polly, for moving us so much. So what I'd like to do is really challenge this group to help us. We would like to discuss new methods for how to support people and how we actually manage and celebrate the survivorship journey. I feel like Komen is an organization that's ready to do this. We are ready to redefine this group. Komen is a dedicated group of people, and I think sometimes we can come off as this very monolithic organization, and we're not. We're a group of people that cry at Metastatic Breast Cancer Conferences and feel when we lose someone and feel when someone gets diagnosed. It is very personal. These are family members to me, and it's family members to the staff and the volunteers that are here. And everyone's journey and every step in that journey means something to us. And we want to help and we want to walk with them through that way. I think sometimes when we think of Komen, we think of the number of mammograms we give, or the number of diagnostics we handle, or the number of treatments that we've done. And those statistics are good, but I think what we really do miss is this notion of community. I am originally from Chicago, and when I got ill, that was where I took my treatment. It was actually more stressful leaving my doctors than leaving my family when we moved to California 6 years ago. The level of stress and anxiety actually upped my Lexapro dosage. And, but my husband and I, we decided we could venture out here and face this new challenge, and what a wonderful new chapter in our life. But upon moving here, I faced 2 new recurrences, material recurrences. And believe me, panic ensued, full-on panic. I couldn't travel to Chicago. It was critical enough that I needed to take care here. I needed to find the right medical care, and that's not an issue in Southern California. We are lucky. We are lucky to have the medical professionals and the facilities and wonderful, caring healthcare providers in this area. So that was easy. And these people, are wonderful, and they've become a part of this wonderful support system. The stress was around losing my old support system. I was very attached to my doctors, just as Polly said. You see patients latch on to these healthcare providers with both hands and not wanting to let go. I did get connected to another set of wonderful doctors in Los Angeles, and I weathered these recurrences, and I'm still here today. But throughout this experience, every time I left a surgical recovery, a treatment, a major doctor visit, times when I maybe wasn't able or wasn't willing to reach out for help, I had a friend in California to support me. And my family, who couldn't commute back and forth either for a variety of reasons, weren't able to always be there. But who was there? The friends that we had met at Komen. These were people who knew exactly what I was going through. I didn't have to explain it. I didn't have to tell them what a whatever biopsy was, or whatever special kind of MRI needed to happen, or whatever kind of surgical procedure. These are people who knew the journey and were willing to stand with me and walk with me, hold my hand, maybe cradle my head in their lap when I needed to cry. So my takeaway from this experience was really the reminder that Komen provides this sense of community. And it's not just the community to say rah, rah, and everything is good news. And that's not the message to come from here today either. But it's someone to walk beside us on this journey that we're all on. I understand that the point of view of some people are that metastatic patients and Komen focus have not always been in alignment. And I agree with that. I think this has not been a topic we have talked enough about in recent years. I hope what you're seeing as a part of both our commitment to this event for the 3rd year in a row, our discussion about participation in our race event, we really do want to work together to redefine what survivor means and to walk with you on your journey and to walk with all of us on our journeys. We really appreciate that you're a part of this evolution, and that becoming more inclusive group makes us better as an organization. It makes us better able to support all of us who are impacted by this disease, regardless of your journey or your path on this journey. And that really gets us to our end goal, right? Our mission of eradicating this disease, that's what makes it happen. So I thank you very much for being part of this community. I wish you the best of luck and good health. Take care.